Hello. Hello. Oh my God, my hair. Excuse my crazy hair. Hi, guys. Oh, these lights are really in my eyes, aren't they? Let me move this up a bit. Is that better? Hi, everyone. Hi, Marie. Hi, Shivangi. Hi, Alex. Hi, Rebecca Jane. Hi, Alyssa, darling. How are you? I'm great. Oh, got some super chats already. Hang on, guys. Let me go to the super chats first. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Loz. My SP is suddenly hot and cold. Were my thoughts too much on him? Much love, Jenny. Were my thoughts too much on him? Well, bad thoughts on him. So if you have hot, cold, it's your hot and cold thinking. So he wants me. Oh, yeah, he wants me. He's ringing me all the time. And then when he doesn't ring, you're like, oh, what does that mean? Maybe he doesn't want me. Maybe he's pulling away. Maybe he's distancing. Maybe he's talking to other girls. Maybe this isn't going to work. Oh, no, he's wrong me. Oh, everything's fine. It's your thinking that then makes them hot and cold. You're thinking they don't want you, and then they're directly reflecting you. So what have you been thinking that's like hot, cold, hot, cold? Okay, so assess your thinking. Sit down and write for 20 minutes what your thoughts are about him right now. And you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, I'm not really in agreement in my mind that he fully wants me. He's fully here for me. We're fully in a full-blown committed relationship. I'm thinking other shit that's negative. Mhm. Or if you're not doing that, it's old stories still playing out about him that you haven't got rid of yet. And it's just playing out and that's fine. It's just still playing out in the 3D. So when they act like that, guys, right in front of them, when you're in the room with them, be affirming different thoughts that aren't hot and cold, that are hot, hot, hot. Okay, he wants me, he can't be without me. He's coming towards me all the time. He's so affectionate. Do it while they're in the room, guys, in your head. Does that answer your question, Jenny? If you got any more, ask me more underneath, darling. Lois, how to manifest my ideal appearance? I find mirror work awkward. Well, then don't look in the mirror. Don't look in the mirror if you find you're doing appearance stuff and looking in the mirror affects you. Don't even look in the fucking mirror. Just imagine yourself as the new you and say affirmations that are about the new you without even looking at yourself. Avoid mirrors. Hi, Nat. Hi, Loz. Just want to say thank you. So many realizations lately. You have helped me so much, and I appreciate all you do. Oh, Nat, Colin, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. You got a question, darling, or you got it all sorted out? Got it all figured out. Ah, thank you, guys. Thanks, Jenny and Nat. Goddess. Hey, beautiful, gorgeous Loz. What words can I affirm to manifest going overseas with my man next year that I can say? By the way, Goddess is me, Sue. Oh, your biggest supporter. Hi, Sue. I just had to change my name on social media. Oh, well, why not, darling? And why not change it to Goddess of all things? That's wonderful. Imagine where you want to go with them. Imagine walking the Champs-Elysees. Imagine sitting in a Parisian cafe, sipping coffee. Imagine walking the streets of London and, you know, rude people and shit weather, wherever you want to be. Imagine what it's like there and imagine being with him. Imagine sitting on a plane together and, getting off the plane, getting him putting your luggage up. Have images like that and just say, we had the most wonderful holiday. Imagine journal what your holiday was like, as if you've already been and all the things you did. Hi, Loz, you're amazing. Oh, Sally, I'm currently feeling guilty about wanting my manifestation, but if I created the mess with third party and circumstances, then this thinking is ridiculous. Am I right? He didn't choose anyway. Exactly, guys. It doesn't matter what you do. What is going on here? Tiger's chasing the cat. Guys, you created the circumstance, so you can change it. So I don't care if there's third parties come along. Imagine her happy with someone else if you need to do that, if you feel guilty. Guys, that's just ethics and morals you're worrying about. You caused it, you can change it. Imagine the circumstance you want and go to the end and it will hurt no one. Hey, Law, so I broke no contact with SP and I drunk texted him telling him how much I love him and asked him if he cared, that I'm so in love with him. And he said, I do care, but I don't know where to go from here. He said he's just not capable of dealing with this right now because his head's a mess. Is this me feeling not chosen? Well, do you think that you even just think about the idea of asking him, do you even care? There's a whole lot of, I'm not chosen, you don't even love me, you're not choosing me in that question. In the statement, do you even care? If you were assuming he cared, you wouldn't have even asked. I know you say not to focus on 3D, but it's so in my face. I don't know what to do now. Well, darling, if you drunk texted them, just imagine they love what you said. They're just mulling it over. He's sorting his shit out, and you sound like you really need to sort your shit out in the meantime. So take this time to sort your shit out so you don't act like a fucking lunatic the next time you speak. You can drunk text them all you like, guys, but if you keep fucking doing that and you aren't sorting out your self-concept, how do you think this is going to go? They're just going to keep reflecting your shitty self-concept that caused you to drunk text them and ask them, do you even care about me? Do you even care that I love you in the first place? Now, I'm not saying you did anything wrong, but you've got to ask yourself, why did I say, do you even care? The fact that you even said that is an assumption that he doesn't care. That's why you fucking said it. That's why you sent the text. So step away from the fucking phone and decide that you're using this time valuably, like he is, to get your fucking shit together. So when you do get back together, everything's tickety boo and you're not a fucking psycho. Right? Morning, Lost. Hope you are. I'm great, Dolly. Oh, there's some cat and dog action happening behind here. I can hear the dog chasing. What are you doing, girls? Dog's so excited about the cat. Hi, Lost. Hope you well. I have 3 different men after me. Oh, Victoria, which is great. However, they all have partners. Oh, is that me not feeling chosen? Thank you for all you do. Love you. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Look, it can just be remnants of the old you. Okay. I was changing my self concept and I still had men who would come up to me and be married or had girlfriends or not over their exes and stuff. And I was just like, what is going on here? But it was just the remnants of the old me. So don't worry about it. Just be like, oh, yeah, the non chosen, the ones that are available will turn up soon. This is just old me playing out. That's all it is. Hey, Rebecca Jane. Hope you're well. I'm in need of major advice. I just got back from Europe. And before I went away, I spent the night/day with SP. It was amazing. But since I got back, he said he can't see me, part 1. Yes, was part 2. Oh, God damn it. It's just jumped. Hang on. There's no part 2. There's only part 3. We aren't currently speaking, which I prefer, but I know I have a whole lot of self-concept work to do. Any advice on this? Oh, I can't see part 2, darling, but I don't know what happened. But look, just decide that he doesn't want to see you. We aren't currently speaking. Oh, okay. Why aren't you currently speaking? I don't know what happened in the middle bit. Since then, he said he can't see me. We'll decide he is seeing you and you're together. Doesn't matter what they say, guys. It's a reflection of your thinking. Did you think that when I go away to Europe, he'll forget about me? He's probably meeting other girls while I'm away. When I get back, it might all go to shit. We had such a good time together. I hope he remembers. Hope he doesn't forget me. Is that what you were thinking? That's what's playing out now. What were you thinking while you're away? Let's fuck this up. Hi, Elisa, darling. How you going? Hi, Very Mate. How do I trust in my power that I can revise SP not remembering an event? Well, if you can't revise it, then accept that it happened. Okay, it happened and he doesn't care. Do that instead if you can't believe in revision. Acceptance is easier. My friend group of 3 years are having a party without me because of my SP being uncomfortable with me being there. What should I affirm? Decide that your SP isn't uncomfortable with you being there. They love you going out. They love you being with your friends. They're fully accepting of your friends and they don't have control over you. And your friends like your SP and invite him along and invite you along, and your SP doesn't control you. Imagine yourself at the party. Why is that happening, darling? Are you letting your SP control you or something? Hello, darling laws and friends. Happy Trivia Tuesday. Oh, Doris. Hey, Lord, so much has happened. Got a new car this week. Oh, congratulations. I didn't have to pay a penny. Oh, wow. SP asked me to be his girlfriend and I graduated my 2nd year of uni with a first. Oh, that deserves a round of applause, darling. SP asked you to be his girlfriend and you graduated 2nd year of uni with a first. Oh, amazing. And a free car. Wowzers. My husband's in prison for something he didn't do, convincing myself he's going to be home at any time, anything else can be that I can be doing. Yes, exactly what you're doing. Just like Nelson Mandela did when he was in prison on Watsy Island, he just imagined being back in his home in South Africa and Soweto or wherever it was, home, innocent. Okay? Just imagine him home. Imagine him walking through the door, you hugging him or meeting him outside the prison and throwing a party and everyone going, oh, amazing, yay. Imagine the phone call where he rings you or the lawyer rings you and says he's free. He's a free man. He's a free man. Right? Imagine that over and over and over and over and over again. And imagine holding him. Imagine having him in bed with you. Imagine him home. Imagine the email you would receive or the phone call you would receive to tell you that he's innocent and will be home soon. And then imagine him home. Coming home, celebrating being home, all those things. Okay? During my flight, this dude keeps looking at me. When the flight attendant was giving out drinks, he got 2 drinks, which I thought was for the person beside him. Instead, he gave it to me. Jean! Self-concept working mid-air. Wonderful. Loz, I just got accepted into WA Police Force. Oh, wow, did you, Jess? Congratulations. Just in a pool now, waiting for a start date. Amazing. Oh, opposite Jess. Still want SP. Well, both of them lol, but I really feel like it needs to be all about my self-concept right now. Does that happen? You hear that? Dog's chasing the cat. Darling, that's wonderful. If you're not thinking about your SP and you're focusing on you and you don't really feel like you need to focus on them, that's great. That means your self-concept's working and you're focusing on you, and that's the point. That does happen. Congrats, yes. SP's parents are fighting a lot. How can I consciously manifest this family situation gets better? They get along so well. They used to fight so much. God, they get along so well now. They need to get a room. They're all over each other. Everything's so harmonious in their home now. I also have made myself priority, booked in for a consultation with a nutritionist, and also committed to CrossFit. I'm excited to focus on me again. Oh, no, that's great. Hey, Loz, I told you in your last live, I manifested my ex back, but how can I make everything even better and make it stay that way? I want him to be more romantic and loyal. Okay, get rid of that word loyal. Okay, the word loyal I don't like, and you know the reason why I don't like loyal is implied in the word loyal is the fact that you think he won't be, which comes from your trust issues. If you just assume you're in a committed relationship, what do you need the reassurance of loyalty for? That's you thinking they won't be. I want you to imagine now that they're back, you are in a full-blown committed relationship and you don't even have to question their loyalty because you know they're fully committed to you. Get rid of that. And if you can't get rid of that, that's a problem, which means you've got trust issues you need to work on in your self-concept from childhood where someone hurt you or someone betrayed you or you're abused or you feel not good enough and you constantly compare yourself to other people and feel that they're a threat. And so therefore you need to actually work on those still whilst you're with your person so you don't blow up one day and say, I need a committed relationship, I need reassurance from you or something. And he goes, you're a nut because of your shit. Right? So tell me what the trust issues are because there's some there. That's why I use the word loyal. And that's the problem here. That's what you need to get rid of and just see you and him together. And don't even assume you're not fully committed. Of course you are. Of course he's loyal. Of course. Say, of course. And he's so romantic with me now. Imagine romantic things that he does for you. Hey, Loz, hope you're well. I'm great, Stacey. Hi, Loz. My SP said that vibe between us is awkward. His last response was a one word. What's the best way to reply to him? Well, darling, you probably thought it was awkward yourself or thought you were doing something wrong or thought you weren't speaking correctly or texting correctly or it wasn't right or the vibe wasn't right. It's something you thought and then it comes out of their mouth. Maybe they don't like me. Maybe other girls are better than me at texting. Maybe other girls get along with him better. Maybe he's more attracted to other people. And then he goes, this is awkward. It's what you thought out of his mouth. You don't have to have even thought the word awkward. You just have to have thought, I'm not doing this right or something's wrong with me or he doesn't want me. And that's where that came from. So don't worry about what they said because it's a reflection of your fear. What was your fear? How do you recover from a complete childhood trauma spiral, given up the last month, feeling lonely, poor, ugly, lot? What's this? Poor, ugly, the lot. Oh, poor, ugly, the lot. Look, guys, sometimes when you're working on this, a whole lot of childhood shit will come up and you'll face your demons, okay? And if you've had trauma, it might come up. Okay, what's the alternative? Keeping it? Holding on to that shit for the rest of your goddamn life until you die? Doesn't sound great. So have your spiral. All right, let it all out like a big fucking purge, like a big vomit. You went to the vomitorium, you threw all up all the shit, you went back to the Colosseum to fight some lions like they did in the Roman days, okay? Great. Get rid of it. Don't hold on to that shit, darling. And if you're holding on to it, why? If you're calling yourself poor and lonely and all that shit and ugly, well, are you doing affirmations or are you just letting your brain spiral and letting your brain run you? If I were you, I would go and use my anti-anxiety meditation every day. I would start calming yourself down, getting in control of your thoughts because you sound like you're not in control of them. And that's why you're spiraling and calling yourself poor, ugly, and lonely. So if you continue to say those things about yourself and don't affirm new things, you'll stay that way and you'll be thinking that way and spiraling more. Who's in control here, you or your mind? When is your course going to be available for purchase? I was on the phone to Nahal last night. We actually had a phone call, and I said I'm going to help her with the website to get it up quicker because I built Wix websites for very basic. She's doing all the hard stuff, but I just thought I'd correct a few things just to help to get this up quicker because she's got a lot of uploading to do and things, which is a lot more complicated. So hopefully soon, guys. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Thank you for answering my question earlier. I've been doing a whole lot of self-concept. I am chosen and I'm a hell yes, etc. I shall continue. You're the best. I'm a hell yes. Oh, that's lovely. I love that. Hang on, I've missed a whole lot here. Hi, Ellen, darling. Did I unblock? Oh, no, I didn't unblock you. I must go find you. Remind me at the end of this live. Hang on. What have I missed here? Affirm your self-concept. What happened to you in childhood? Tell Loz so she can give you the right self-concept affirmations. Exactly, Jean. Thank you. Nature Creep, please tell me, like I said. I'm considering turning my news story into a novel. I fall more in love with the idea every day. Oh, do that, darling. The novel of Michelle. I have no previous history with my SP. We're now in contact, and I'm just focusing on what I want to experience with him, and my self-concept is really great too. Oh, wonderful, darling. Keep going. It's working. Also, he is literally saying everything I want him to say, and it's going great, but how can I make sure that he has deep, loving feelings for me? I want him to love me more than he has ever loved anyone. Well, just decide that he has. He loves me more than he's ever loved anyone. If you've got a fear that he doesn't, that's your self-concept talking. Like, I'm not good enough talking. My driving instructor is always screaming at, disrespecting me, and I'm always scared to drive with him. How do I change it? Well, first of all, go and get a different fucking driving instructor if the guy's such a dick or the girl's such a dick. Okay, because you're not meant to be having an instructor who screams and yells at you and makes you stressed when you're trying to learn to drive, and not ideal. Okay, just go and get a different one. You can do that. You're allowed. Okay, but obviously they're reflecting your self concept of feeling like you get disrespected, people abuse you, yell at you, don't treat you nicely, and so they're doing the same. But you have a right to ask for a different person. Why can't you? The fact that you didn't even think to do that is showing me your self concept of people just walk all over me and treat me badly, and I don't even think to right that wrong and have people treat me well and choose a different instructor. So see them as nice to you and treating you well, and also go and ask for a different person. You're allowed to, darling. Hi, Loz, how can we use affirmations effectively? It's just thinking, darling. The best way to do it is do it with some oomph, with some conviction, like it's true, because you're already believing the thoughts you believe is true, and you think them every day, like, fuck Loz, God, you fuck everything. God damn it, you are such a moron, right? If I say that in my mind, I really think it really hard, like it's true. That's how you're meant to be doing your affirmations, not I am loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved. He wants me, he wants me, he wants me. I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough. I am enough. God damn it, I'm more than enough. In fact, I'm too much. I'm fucking amazeballs. Like that. Part 2. Was about my SP's dad being terminally ill and being a part of circumstance from beginning. He is now in and out of hospital, and he says this is why we can't be together. No, it's not why you can't be together. You think it's why you can't be together, and so they're saying it. You're thinking it's a huge problem in your relationship, and you're not prioritized by him. So the more you think you're not a priority, he'll prioritize the dad, or it's a reason your brain is giving the situation for why it won't work out. Oh, so you never get the love you need. In fact, he's giving all the love to his dad. This situation shows you yet again that you're not going to get the love you need. Things don't work out for you, and you don't get prioritized, and you're not being chosen. His dad's being chosen. It's a reflection of what you think of you in relationships and in life. What do you think of you in relationships and in life? That's being reflected right now with the situation with him. And you're saying it's because he said that, but they all reflect your thinking, including what comes out their mouth. And I don't care what the situation is. You can decide that you're his soft place to land, you're his shoulder to cry on, and he needs you in this time, but you're deciding that it means it's going to take your person away and it's going to fuck everything up. And so it is because you think that way. Oh, what's this, Alyssa? Hang on. My best friend asked me to go out with some. Oh, what are you doing? Who's this? Who's this? Say hello to the people. Oh, who's that? Can you see yourself? Can you see yourself? Guys, this is Daphne. Those of you who remember, my little cat Sappy died, and we ended up getting another cat for Molly. That's the best thing we've done because Molly's so happy and they sit around, they play. She's a sweet thing. It's the last thing I was going to do, but it's made Molly so happy. We'll leave you in the shot, shall we? What did Lisa say? My best friend asked me to go out with her sometime this week. And then when I asked her about it, another person had asked her to go out instead. And it seems like she's chosen them over me. Oh, okay. I want to see her, but I'm resenting her a bit for choosing someone else, even though it's all me. Any affirmations, advice, lots of love. Look, I used to do even things like that, Alyssa, when I was depressed. And I used to do things like not want to go out. And then people wouldn't invite me. And then I get annoyed that no one invited me, even though I didn't actually want to go anywhere. Stuff like that. Okay. Because it's just you feel deep down like you're never going to be chosen, or things don't work out for you, or things are going wrong. And so when they do go wrong or you don't get chosen, it's like a reiteration of what you already think, even though you caused it, and it makes you really annoyed. So just decide that she spends time with you, special time with you, always makes time for you, whether it's that time or another time. Okay. And just don't be thrown by it, darling. Just know, oh, this is me, just like Loz used to do, feeling like she was unchosen by her friends all the time. And so they didn't choose her. So I'm going to feel chosen, and I'm going to think that friend is my BFF, and she would never cancel on me, and she always wants to spend time with me. She's my BFF, and she loves to spend time with me over other people. Thank you for answering my question. I saw the one. What is going on here? You're making so much noise, Molly. What are you doing under there? Hi, Loz. Lots of birds fall land. X is coming back, and now a date with a guy with the same name as SP. SP is with someone else, but I feel calm. Assume this is all good. Yes, darling. Absolutely all good. Especially got the same name. That's a good birds for land. Wonderful. My friend told me that my SP was trying to impress a woman, and that's why he changed his profile pic. I held myself and didn't react and panic affirmed. I feel mixed, but what do you suggest? Well, that's good that you panic affirm. Guys, sometimes it's good to do a panic affirm when shit really throws you. Panic affirm. Do it. Then don't be thrown by it. Who gives a shit what your friend said? Your friend is just reiterating your feeling that your SP doesn't want you. And so shit comes out their mouth like they're trying to impress a girl. Who cares what your dumb friend thinks? Forget what they said. Just your fear out of their mouth. I had a huge crush on my SP and we both graduated college. I pretended he didn't exist for I wouldn't get my feelings hurt. I never told him how I felt. How do I revise the story and come into contact? All right, guys, I used to do shit like that and never tell people how I felt because I was too afraid of getting hurt. And then it always just fucks you in the ass later. And then you're like, oh, I wish I'd said something, right? Because you're so afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of being rejected, afraid of them abandoning you, whatever the issue is from childhood where you felt you weren't good enough or whatever, and they would reject you. So you just think, I'll reject you first or not tell you how I feel or put my walls up so that I don't get hurt. Okay? Or you were really hurt as a child, like abused. So decide that you did tell them or decide that they know how you feel and they feel the same and you're together. So go right to the end, Alex, and imagine you're together. Doesn't matter what you did in the past. Imagine you're together now. Imagine they feel the same way as you. My friend told me that SP was trying. I saw that one. No, my SP and I aren't in contact and broke just before June. He invited me to the party, but I'm not, which is very upsetting. I want to see my friends and want to see him just very torn. Oh, okay. So you're not invited and your SP is. Oh. See yourself at the party, darling, and decide he doesn't even go if you don't want to see him. How do you know when self-concept is working? Because it'll be reflected back to you in the 3D, darling. People will start treating you better. You'll start getting hit on by people or exes will come out the woodwork or guys will smile in the street or people will help you with the groceries or just little things. Do you remember how, what's this? Oh, God damn it, just jumped. Do you remember how maths called me yesterday? I called them back and I told them I had said not interested, but they hounded me for 2 hours trying to get me to apply. Lol, taking this festival. And, really, Jess? Trying to get you to apply? Hilarious. That's so fun. Oh, thanks, Danielle, darling. Oh, my God, Jess, congratulations on the job offer. Yes. Lois, my self-concept is so good. One of my ex's partner went through his phone and deleted my number and he's saying he doesn't know what happened. Really? One of my ex's partner went through his phone and deleted my number. So she's so threatened by you. She went and deleted your number. That's hilarious. If only this week I've realised self-concept only way to sort the childhood trauma and be chosen as a priority, been binge watching you all week, help loads. Oh, good, Jill, good. Aside from watching your I Am Chosen sleep tape, do you have any advice for solving trust issues? How can I be sure I have the perfect self-concept in love? If it's trust issues, that's different from chosen. Trust issues is this. I can trust the people I love with my heart now. I know now they're never going to hurt me. That's the old me. The old me couldn't trust people. The old me was afraid of getting hurt. I'm not that girl anymore. I can trust people. I know they're not going to hurt me. I know they're going to be here for me. I know they're never going to harm me. I'm in a protective bubble at all times, and those people are in it with me, and they're constantly here, and they never leave me, and they're always around, and they're always here for me, and I can trust them. I can open myself up to them. I can be myself. They love me for me. They love me just for me, just as I am. Things like that, guys. If it's trust issues, which is slightly different from chosen. I will have a trust issues sleep tape. I promise. Seeing SP this weekend, affirmations for he can't wait to see me. He throws his arms around me. He's so affectionate. He's been dying to see me all week. He's been so nervous. We have the best time. All those things, darling. I was but totally spiraled. Well, it's all right. If you've totally spiraled, just get back on the horse and get hold of your issues. My issues are not wanted, not valued, not noticed, and seen as a nut. I also have big issues with reaching my goal in my career because of it. Well, okay. Well, that's great that you've told me what the issues are, but I want to know what happened to you as a kid that's caused you to have those fucking issues of not valued, not wanted, not noticed, and not seen. Were you ignored a lot as a kid? Did you have like 9 siblings or something and didn't get enough attention, or your parents were always away or didn't give you enough love and guidance and weren't there for you and ignored you? Is that what's going on? Or you were actually abandoned in some way, or you're fostered or adopted or something, or you're abused or something fucking happened there? Tell me what happened. That's the result of what happened. What happened? So what you need to say is the complete opposite of everything you just wrote. I am always seen and always heard. I am so fucking sane. Yeah, I used to act like a nut, but I don't act like a nut anymore. And if I do, people think it's cute. People love it when I act crazy. They love my cray-cray. They think it's gorgeous. They love that about me because I'm so unique and special. And my crazy is just fabulous. And people love that about me. Okay? People always take notice of me. They're always there for me. I'm always seen. I'm always heard. No one ever ignores me anymore. That's the old me. Loz, if I found to have more distance between my eyes, would that just change what people think of my eyes, or would it change physically too? Because it's technically impossible for your eyes, sac, and face structure to change physically without surgery, and it isn't offered for cosmetic reasons. It is possible. How is it not possible? People change their eye color in the group. That's not physically possible. It's happened. Right? Decide that you have wonderfully wide eyes. I have such wide eyes. But also ask yourself why you're so fucking concerned about that. And I bet you it's something like this. I bet you when you were a kid, someone said to you, "You look so Asian," or "Why are your eyes so close together?" or "Why you got slanty eyes?" or called you a chink or something and said something really insulting about your Asianness. And now you've got a hang up about your eyes. Is that what it is? Because that sounds like what it is. And that's the issue here. And no amount of changing your eyes will fix that. Just so you know. You need to read this book, Ellie, called Psycho-Cybernetics, about you can change all the physical things in you that you like, but it's your brain you need to change. It's your mind and your self-image you need to change. It's a wonderful book, and it made me cry when I read it because it was pretty much written about me and all my issues with my body my whole life. Not written about me, it was written in the 50s, but it really rung true for me. You need to read this because that's the problem. Your eyes aren't the problem. It's what you think about your eyes that's the problem. So tell me what someone said about your eyes once, or about being Asian or something. Hi, Loz, just writing a message and listen after, as in work, passed SP in the car last night and was with my friend who lives down the road from, I think, a girl SP is seeing, got upset as it hit home. Guys, look, if they're seeing someone else, okay, well, they're not you. Don't know why, as I've seen this car plenty of times, and I think I thought because it was late, it really triggered me for some reason, made me feel like, what is wrong with me? Why not me? Guys, they're probably fucking some girl who's a complete WHORE, and he doesn't care about her, and it's fuck buddies. Who cares? Why did I spell out the not so bad word and say the other word? Darling, it doesn't matter. They're not you. Don't be thrown by it. It's just some chick. Who cares? It's just some girl. It's not me. They don't know him like me. They're not me. They don't understand him like me. They're not me. They don't have a history with him like I do. They don't know him like I do. They're not me. Say they're not me. Mum was an alcoholic and dad left when I was younger. I've been working on chosen but need to focus on priority as SP works a lot, reflecting me, not a priority. Affirmations. Well, when your parents focused on alcohol, that will always make you feel not prioritized. Alcoholics have a unique way of making you feel like you're not even in the room, right? So if you're a child and you experience that with your mother, I can't even imagine how unprioritized you feel in life, darling, because of that. It's a horrible thing to inflict on a child. And they're not doing it on purpose. And your mum never would have done that on purpose to you. It's just that her focus was on her addiction, unfortunately. Right? So you've got to start saying, I'm always a priority. Use my I'm a priority sleep tape and use those affirmations in that every day. All right? Just because that happened to me as a child, it's not going to happen now. My SP loves me. He loves being around me. He spends all his free time with me. His work isn't a priority. I'm the priority because I'm always prioritized now. That's the old me that didn't get prioritized. I was always scared that I wasn't prioritized. I was always scared they wouldn't make time for me. He makes so much time for me. Why wouldn't he? Because I'm this and that and this and that. That's what you need to say. Okay? Hi, love you. Oh, thank you, darling. Part 1. Hi, Loz. What does it mean when you say don't worry about what? Oh shit, this just jumped. God damn it. Wait a sec, gotta find where I am. What does it mean when you say don't worry about what goes on in their reality, just worry about what goes on in yours? Because you literally can't see what's going on in theirs. That's why. Part 2. If we choose what happens in our reality, doesn't mean he can be devoted and shows up as committed to me in my reality, but as a player in his reality. How the fuck do we know, guys? We're not in it. We can't possibly know what they're doing over in theirs. All you know is your own reality, and I can't possibly tell you what someone else is doing in theirs because I'm not in it. That's how this works. Who cares what's happening over there? Literally, guys, you've got to take this as like, I've got lights in front of me right now. I have literally no idea how electricity works, but I use it every day. I don't know how the water is going from the tap backwards to wherever it came from. I don't know. I just fucking drink it out the tap, right? Just don't worry about how this works. Just know it does, okay? Don't be worrying about what they're doing in their reality. If you spend too much time fiddling around in your brain with how that works, you won't be focusing on your reality and what you want in yours. Who cares what they're doing in theirs? And you can't possibly know. So just worry about yours, which is all that matters. And all that exists to you is yours. So that doesn't exist to you. So what does it matter? Oh my God, that's so me. What did we talk about? Okay. Right, nature creep. Okay, so fucking stop saying all those things. Oh my God, Daphne's so beautiful. Isn't she cute? I couldn't believe I found her. And she's so much like Safi. I actually called her Safi yesterday by accident. I came out my bedroom and she was sitting there. I went, oh, Saf. And I went, oh, because she looks so much like her, acts so much like her. She does things like gets in the, as soon as I opened the kitchen cupboards yesterday, she jumped right in. I was like, this is what the other cat used to do. This is freaking me out. Like, and Connie, who's the medium who lived across the road from me, said, Safi sent you that cat for Molly. That cat is Molly's cat. She sent you that cat. And I'm like, I know she did, because the amount of shit that she's doing, that it's exactly the same, is freaking me out. It's freaky as hell. It's crazy. And I never, ever, ever wanted to get another cat. It was the last thing I was going to do. Just it was a spur of the moment decision to even look on the website. A spur of the moment decision, because I'd had a conversation with someone who knew the cat and said, are you going to get another cat? And I said, no. She said, for the dog. And I went, no. And then I thought, oh, I'll just look. And then this whole thing's just bang happened. And I'm like, oh my God, best thing I did, because Molly's so happy. If you can only pet pets through the screen, I know she's such a sweetheart. Where is she? Chair. Hang on, I've missed things here. How can I manifest apologies from someone who rebounded with me? What self-concept affirmations should I use to avoid such experiences in the future? What beliefs attract men who are either non-committal or looking for something casual? A whole lot of you are not chosen, darling. And if you're seeking them to give you an apology, well, you clearly haven't watched me before, because unfortunately, you became the rebound by feeling not good enough to be chosen as the full-blown girlfriend who gets the full commitment, even if they just ended a marriage or were in a long-term relationship. You're not the rebound, you're the girlfriend. But if you feel not chosen and not enough, you'll end up being rebounded. You'll be friends of benefits. You'll be the not chosen one, because it's you that's doing that. It's nothing to do with them. So you can seek an apology all you like for being the rebound, but aren't you the one thinking you're the rebound? Isn't that you that's thinking that? Isn't that the problem? It's your thinking about it that's the problem. Another girl will be like, I'm not the fucking rebound. I would never be a rebound, and she won't be treated as such. Can we manifest multiple SPs? What are your opinions on that? Yes, guys, who cares? Do whatever you want. What are you doing? Oh, yes. Come sit and show yourself to the people. Whoop. Show yourself to the people. Hi, Alexa. I have 2 SPs. One of them is a nephew of a prime minister. So, yes. Oh, really, darling? So glad you have a lovely new cat. Sorry about the news. The other one, I know. And honestly, it was the last thing I was going to do. I can't even believe I've done it, to be honest. And I only did it because my brother said yes to it. He kind of gave me the permission, said, I think it's an amazing idea for Molly if you want to do it, because he knew I was so against it. And when he said that, I was like, okay, maybe I will. Then when he saw the picture, he was like, oh my God, it looks like a young Safi. He was like, this is freaky. Yes, I know that sometimes you gravitate towards one more. What's this? Hi, Loz. If we get to choose what happens in our reality, does it mean he can be divided? I saw that one. Hey, Loz, how to deal with hot and cold behavior from SP? Affirmations, so it's only hot. Well, say it's only hot. He's so into me. He masturbates furiously about me every night. He only dreams of me. He only thinks of me. I'm on his mind 24/7. He's so attracted to me. He can't think of anyone else. X is trying to take me back, but I'm firm on self-concept and know I deserve better. Whilst SP on the hand called me to say I should call him and message him whenever I got him now. Take it as positive, really taking your advice, Loz. I don't understand. What's the question? Was SP on the hand? On the other, you mean another one? Called me to say I should call him and message him whenever I got him now. Oh, okay. So one's saying call me, message me, whatever, and the other one desperately wants you. Well, the self-concept's working. That's good. Hey, Loz, I had a fight with my sis. I don't know. I know I created it, but I don't want to take the blame for it, as it was pretty hurtful. Will this hamper my SP affirmation in any way? No, darling, manifestation. No, darling. Just decide that nothing ever hampers it. Why would that hamper it? Hey, Loz, alcoholic parents, fighting, gaslighting, and abuse because my mum had BPD and narcissism. Oh, there you go, darling. So, alcoholic parents, so then you're going to feel not prioritized, fighting. So, you're constantly going to assume people are going to fight with you or not be there for you or argue with you, or nothing will be harmonious for you. If you're gaslit all the time, then you'll feel like you won't be believed and listened to, and abuse. And if they had narcissism and BPD, well, you got the whole trifecta there, darling. So now you're surprised that you've got childhood trauma that you haven't dealt with. Have you ever gone to a therapist? Okay, that happened to you. Now what? I know that sounds like the last thing anyone wants to hear when they've had a traumatic childhood, but like, how long are you going to hold on to that shit? To your 50, 55, 60, 80, 105? How long? I know people who are still holding on to the resentment they feel for their parents in their fucking mid 40s and they sound like nutcases and they constantly have terrible relationships with men and then wonder why. And then they sit there at coffee shops with me complaining about the dad. And I think, bitch, no wonder you have terrible relationships with your men in your life. You still haven't forgiven your dad for whatever he was like. So you can hold on to that all you like, darling, or you can decide that tomorrow is another day and you're going to wake up, be a whole new person, and none of that's going to affect you anymore because you've made the decision that you're the opera and power of your reality. And yeah, that might have happened to you, but it doesn't say who you are, or it's not destined to be who you are. And you're going to have a beautiful relationship now, and you're fully cured, and all your trauma's gone, and you're tickety boo now. You're perfect now. That happened to me, but I'm perfect now. All my issues are gone. I'm fucking perfect now. Guys, you can say things like that if you've had such a fucking shit childhood. Go and revise it. I had someone once send me a 7-page sob story, victim. Like, I wrote victim on the 6th page. By the time I got through the 6 pages, the woman's a changed woman. And you know, one of the things I made her do, I made her sit down and write line for line, each of the 7 pages, a different line, completely opposite of what she wrote. I was ignored as a child. I was always given so much love. I had 7 siblings and I never got given enough love and attention. All my siblings got equal amounts of attention, but I was the favorite. Write your childhood differently and then decide that that's the new you. Radically decide. Because what's the alternative, darling? It sounds like shit at the moment. Only you can decide to change this, guys, what you think about you and what trauma you're holding on to. So I would advise you write out the old story of your childhood and then line for line, write the opposite, revise it, and decide that's the new you tomorrow. Go burn that old story. Loz, SPX, who I've been manifesting, has a new girlfriend. Should I ignore her or affirm against her? And can I change his narcissistic behavior? What are you calling him a narcissist for? What do you want him back for then? Sounds like a dick. What do you want him back for? Guys, when some of you want to change their narcissistic behavior, I'm seriously asking you, why do you want that person back? I'm not saying they can't change, but I'm seriously asking you, why you would want a person who had narcissistic behavior and obviously treated you badly and then went and chose someone else? So clearly you have not worked on you, because if you did, you wouldn't want them anymore, or they will have changed in your reality and chosen you. So you clearly haven't worked on you. And you clearly haven't watched me enough to know that you're not meant to be calling them narcissists if you want them to change, because they're literally going to reflect that. So have you worked on you? Have you worked on the things that caused a narcissistic person to come into your reality and treat you badly in the first place? Have you done that? Doesn't sound like it. Use the affirmations in my I am chosen sleep tape and start figuring out how you attracted such a person in the first place with your poor self-concept and what you need to change. Like overgiving, people pleasing, putting them on a pedestal, thinking you're not good enough. Thank you. I need to have some more self-respect to do the work again. Darling, you just got to decide, what's the fucking alternative? I felt sorry for myself for a really long time, like 40 years. I was angry for a really long time, like 40 years. 40 years is a real waste of life. Trust me, guys. If you're younger than 40 and you're still angry, fucking stop that, because it isn't pretty when you get to your 40s and you haven't figured your shit out. I have good news too. I was affirming I and my SP are going. Oh, God damn it, just jumped. Oh, hello. Don't end the stream. Don't end the stream. She's going to press buttons and shit. Hang on. Thank you, Anita. Okay. I have good news too. I was affirming my SP and I go in the same college, and one of our friends asked me, are you two going to the same college? Affirmations working. Oh, wonderful, darling. Loz, I was teased by my cousin about being overweight. Now I realize that's my belly. What can I do? So I love my belly. No one ever said I was overweight when I was a kid. Everyone loved my body. Everyone thought my little pot belly was so cute. I've always had a flat tummy. Everyone's always complimented me on my body. Revise it if you can. Or say that you accept it and you don't give a shit what anyone thought. You love your body as it is. Hello, Loz. Any affirmations for feeling more secure in the same sex relationship? There is always this assumption that they move faster, and I'm feeling anxious because it is moving very slow. Who said they move faster? Says who? That's your assumption, darling. Get rid of that. I know plenty of very long relationships that have been same sex and they aren't any different than a gay relationship, a straight relationship. What are you talking about? That's your assumption. Get rid of that. Mama Lozzie makes manifesting cozy except when yelling. Hello, beautiful masterminds. Wishing you a wonderful day. Oh, Dizzy Daisy, thank you. Ellie, yeah, I grew up in a mostly white school. No one ever said anything about my race, but the other girls left me out. I noticed I was the only ethnic kid, and I thought that's why I was left out. No shit. There might have been an actual verb thing said to me, but I've forgotten. But I've hated not being white, and I've always had a need to fit in with the white kids, even after I moved to a more ethnic school, and still do. So tell me, Ellie, how is changing your eyes going to change that thinking you have about yourself, of you not fitting in and not being enough and comparing yourself to other girls? You could change your eyes tomorrow and it won't make any fucking difference. You'll still be you. So now what? Read the book. My eyes are perfect just the way they are. Everyone loves how exotic I am. Everyone loves how different I am. My difference makes me special. I stand out in a good way. I'm good special, not bad special. I love my eyes. My eyes make me beautiful. Say those things. Does Daphne like Molly? I bet they're so cute together. It's so funny. This morning, it was so cold in here because I turned all the heating off. And they were both freezing. And Molly's on this side, and Daphne's here on top of a pillow. And she wanted to get under the covers, so I put her under the covers. And Molly's there. Next minute, Molly got up on my chest, and she started licking the top of Daphne's head, and she didn't even react. She just let her. She was licking her ears, and I was like, "Oh, that's what she used to do for the cat, and the cat used to do that for her, and she let her do it." I couldn't believe it. I was like, "She's letting her lick her ears? What?" And then she got a bit too close to her face. She was like, but at first she let her do it. I was like, "Oh my God." So I think Daphne knows that Molly's not going to hurt her. So she's been really reassured. And today we were at the front and a dog came along, or people came along, and she raced back in the house. So she knows this is her house. Like, I'm safe in here. So if Molly's part of being safe in here, that's good. She feels safe with Molly in here, which is really good. I thought it was Sappy. Exactly. Don't they, like, they're different, obviously, but she's got medium hair. So she's got like a longer hair in the face, a big bushy tail, longer fur on her, and like not the little spot on her face and slightly different fur coloring, but she's got such similar coloring. It's bizarre. It's like she was sent to us from Sappy, honestly, because Sappy knew how lonely Molly would be. Hang on. Loz, can you change someone who is narcissistic, has a drug, sex addiction? And if so, will he remember his old me when he is the new version? No, guys, listen, they're just reflecting you. You've got to understand this. You'll only attract addicts when you don't feel chosen, and they won't choose you. They'll choose their addiction, whether it's sex, drugs, alcohol, whatever. That's because you don't feel chosen. If you're attracted to a narcissist, it's because you're a people pleaser, overgiver, a person doesn't feel good enough, it's too nice, can't see the wrong in people, always overgives and people pleases and pleases everyone because you feel not enough. You could be that, or just feeling like you take abuse and because you're abused. There's a whole lot of reasons why you'll attract a narcissist, but it's about you. A narcissist doesn't turn up in another person's reality treating them that way. They'll treat you the way you feel about you. So it's all about you, unfortunately. And yes, they'll change. All the narcs, all the people with narcissistic personality disorder, or sound like they do, or have the traits in my reality, do not treat me like that anymore. I'm trying to manifest a relationship, and how do I live in the end when there is no partner around me? Guys, have you ever heard of your fucking imagination? I've had a few questions like this recently. Like, I'm like, are you guys for real? Close your eyes. Imagine someone's arms around you. Close your eyes and imagine someone kissing you. Can you do it? Or is your imagination so fucked from years of school that took all your creativity away and you can't even imagine shit anymore? Use your imagination. That's why people use fucked up things like vision boards, because their imagination's been taken away by years and years and years of schooling. Okay? Be as little children. If you need to do a vision board to imagine what a beautiful relationship would look like, if you need to watch romantic movies, if you need to listen to romantic songs to get in the mood to understand what it feels like, what it would be, what the feeling of being loved would feel like, not feelings, but how would you feel if you were loved, then do it if you can't use your imagination. But try using your imagination, guys. Or do a vision board if you need to, or listen to beautiful music, or Say affirmations like, I'm in a beautiful, happy relationship, if you can't use visualization. Hang on, where am I? Hi, Loz. I love so much. Hi, Loz. I love so much. I'm Rose. I do affirmations and self-concept in inner conversations. Also, I can constantly see my SP in my dream. What could that mean? What do you think? Just decide that it means that your self-concept work that you're doing and the SP affirmations are all working towards telling your subconscious who your person is and they're with you. So it's coming up in your dreams. Your subconscious is being impressed in your sleep. Tell yourself that. Okay, that makes sense. We're now in a relationship. It's getting better since I've been listening to your night meditation. Oh, good, Dee, good. It's like Sappy came back to you, Loz. Oh, it's so weird. She's totally irreplaceable, that cat. She was not a cat. She was a special, special individual. This cat's a cat. But she chose that cat for Molly. She really did. And she's got so much personality, like tons of personality. Hilarious. But yes. Would it be wrong to manifest the guy who rebounded with me? No, guys. The guy was also kind of manipulative. If you keep saying you're a rebound, then you're going to be a rebound. If you keep saying he's manipulative, he will be. Why don't you start working on your fucking self-concept and stop worrying about him? He's only reflecting you, darling. Are you listening to me? Put your hearing aid on. Turn it up high. Because I already explained and you're asking me again. Do we need to heal our issues, track healthy love, or is that just a belief? If yes, how can I change that belief? Well, don't think you need to heal your whole self. You don't have to be fully perfect. But yes, I'd like you to heal or at least work on the shit that's causing you to be a rebound and think people manipulate you and treat you like shit, darling. Yes, it would help. That's the whole point of this. When you see your SP in your dreams, does this mean he thinks of me? You can say that, darling, decide. It means he thinks of you. Hey, Loz, can you help me with affirmations of body dysmorphia and to stop comparing myself or compare yourself to other people? Look, I've had body dysmorphia my whole fucking life, and I only got diagnosed with it like when I had to go to therapy like 3 years ago, right? I had no idea that I was constantly thinking that my body, there was something wrong with me. Like I separated myself from here to here and I didn't even look at my body half the time, right? I now stand in the mirror naked and tell myself I look beautiful. I will sometimes pose in the mirror and look at myself. I can't believe I even do that. That's how much I used to hate my body. And I would say over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, I am perfect just the way I am. I love my body just the way it is. And everyone loves my body. My man loves my body. Start saying things like that, darling. Anything would help you. I love my boobs. I love my tiny waist. I love my juicy ass. I love my scars. I love my belly. Whatever it is that is affecting you, say it over and over and over. And it hurt me to say it for a long time. And I couldn't look in the mirror to say it either. It took me quite a while. Who sent me that super chat? Oh, Marie, thank you, darling. Hi, still persisting, not sure why I still feel unchosen, not good enough. It's just life, darling. Don't worry about it. I reacted 3D still after all this. Shake my head. My skipped so sent chat. Oh, your question was skipped. Oh, sorry, darling. Look, guys, you've got to realize that old habits die hard, okay? It's like when people go on The Biggest Loser, they lose all the weight and then their weight comes back again later and they can't understand why. It's because they're still the same them. They hadn't changed their self-concept enough when they were on the show. They just did a lot of dieting and exercise. Some of you still haven't fully transformed into the new you. There's still some remnants of the old you there, and that's okay. This isn't an exercise. This is not an exercise in making yourself perfect. This is not an exercise in doing shadow work and being fully healed and getting rid of your dark side or whatever those fucking bullshit teachings are about shadow work. Okay? There is no dark side or shadow you need to get rid of, and you don't have to be perfect and you don't have to be whole or healed for this. All you need to do is work on it. You're a work in progress. If you guys go to the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican, they're constantly painting it, constantly fixing it, constantly cleaning it. I don't think I've ever gone into the Sistine Chapel without their fucking scaffolding blocking the view of the ceiling. You're like the Sistine Chapel. There's constant work on you all the time, just so you don't fall apart. Okay? So that's all right, Marie. You don't have to be perfect. So things are showing up where you feel not good enough or people aren't choosing you yet. Okay. It's just the old you playing out. Be patient. How much patience you got? What's the alternative? Georgia. Hi, Loz. Still persisting. Living. Oh, fuck. Just jumped. God damn it. Living in the end and fighting my silly thoughts. I'm certain and know I have exactly what I want. Love you and thank you. Hope you're having a good night. Oh, wonderful, darling. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's great, darling. You know, you're certain you have exactly what you want. Guys, that's the key. The certainty that you're going to get what you want. The certainty that you have it already. That's great. The certainty, the knowing. Wonderful. Listen to Loz, write the opposite of what you think. Promise she's one of the few coaches. Oh, thank you, darling. One of the few coaches, what? That you listen to. Hey, Loz, you've changed my life for better. Oh, thank you, Peter. Thank you for everything you do. What great things to say to affirm myself from quitting vaping. I don't vape anymore. I'm not a smoker. I'm not a vapor. I don't need that shit. I'm perfect the way I am. I don't need it. I don't need it. I can cope by myself. When I feel the urge to smoke, I decide I'm not a smoker. I don't need that. That's gross. That tastes gross, smells gross. It's all gross. It's just so fucking gross. I don't need that shit. I'm better than that. Say those things, darling. See yourself saying to someone, I can't believe you smoke like that. I can't believe you use those things. You know they're as bad as cigarettes. You know they're just as addictive. What are you doing? I used to do that. God, I was dumb. Something like that. Thank you, Dom. Oh my God, Loz. I wanted me and my SP to go to the same college too, and now we're similar on your live, Bez. Well, Annie, yes, darling. This might sound a stupid question, no, darling, but how do the sleep takes work? I actually did stop listening to them when I was in a hole, but I've been listening to them again and just wondered how they work. Look, guys, all it is that when you're asleep, your monkey mind is turned off. So you're not distracted by other things during the day, like the things you need to do and something someone said and an argument you have with your SP and all these things that go on in your brain all day that stop your ability to affirm constantly, okay, because your monkey mind kicks in. So it's the same way that people try and turn off their monkey mind with meditation, but it doesn't normally work because they have to concentrate on something else. So when you're asleep, at some point in that REM cycle, that monkey mind's almost completely gone and turned off, and you're just in this like dream state. So it allows, it's like your mind's kind of opened up and allowing things to sink in. Now, whether the sleep tapes work for certain people is questionable, but we did an assessment, like a trial in the group for a month in the Facebook group, and people really found sleep tapes effective. They made their own, actually. It was before I produced those, and I only did those based on the feedback from the group of them being very effective. So that's my only explanation, that your monkey mind is switched off and your subconscious is wide open. Instead of believing he has an addiction, change it and say you're his addiction. Wonderful, Melissa. Yes. Stop saying they're an addict, guys. Just see them differently. Hi, Loz. If SP said he needed space, would I need to listen to third-party sleep tape or I'm chosen? Either, darling. Use either. If you feel unprioritized, listen to that one. Next night, listen to chosen one if that affects you. Okay, whichever one works best for you. But just start deciding that doesn't matter what they said. You're being given space to go and work on you, and when they come back, you're going to be perfect for them, and they're going to be perfect for you and ready for you. And they were just reflecting your thinking that they didn't want you, and then they said it. It's just a reflection of what you thought. Okay, so don't take to heart what they said. One of my affirmations is I am SP's own kind of heroine. Oh, that's great, darling. That's wonderful. I had to use romantic books to help with my imagination. School genuinely stripped it from me to the point where I couldn't even visualize. Guys, that's the point of school. It's like the workhouse, except instead of sending you to work, they make you do assignments and remember shit. So by the time you get out, you can work for the man because you've become a minion whose imagination has been quashed and killed and died. Think about how easily you imagine shit as a kid. And then think about when you try and write a creative story or something, you get to year 12 and you're like, it's true. Hate to be skeptical and cynical, but it's true, Alyssa. School kills it on purpose. Oh, God, sorry. What am I imagining? I love that. I spend so much money on spells and courses and ebooks. Oh, no, darling. Spells. But since I found you, I realized it was all out of desperation because of you. I see that everything is because of me. Oh, wonderful, Stacey. You don't need that shit anymore. Spells, schmells. Since we all like our own realities, live in our own realities, does that mean in my mum's reality she never abused me, only in mine? I don't know, darling. I don't know the answer to that. I don't understand quantum physics enough at a scientific level to give you the answer to that, honestly. You'd have to ask a quantum physicist the answer to that because I don't know. And I don't know if anyone can actually answer that. Because if we are only in our own reality, how can anyone actually answer that? No one knows. I don't even think a quantum physicist could answer it. Because how have they jumped from their own reality to someone else's? They can jump their timeline, like in their own reality, in their parallel realities, but not just to someone else's. So I don't know if anyone could ever answer that question. But in reference to that, I would say this. You can revise your childhood and decide that she never was like that and your mum was a loving mum. Or you can accept, which is a horrible thing to do, accept that that did happen to you, but it's what happened to you. Like Oprah says, it's what happened to me. It doesn't define me. My childhood does not define me. It doesn't define the woman I now am. Everyone treats me so beautifully now. That's what happened to me. But it doesn't tell me who I am as a girl, how I'm going to be treated now. It's just what happened to me. Mhm. Hang on, guys. What's happening? Affirmations for bridging or getting over the problem of an age gap with him. Stop thinking it's a problem. Well, why do you think it's a problem? I've never been with an SP older than me except my first boyfriend when I was 16. Everyone's been younger than me. Every single solitary person I've ever been with. Why do you have a problem with that? Normally, it's because you feel like you've got to find a reason why this isn't going to work out, and that's just the reason. Or you feel like your body's not good enough, or you're not good looking enough, or other girls are younger than you, or a threat because you feel like you compare yourself to other girls, and the younger girls are sexier or have better bodies, or they're going to be more reproductively sound, or whatever the fucking story is you're telling yourself about yourself compared to other people. Stop that, please. If SP found out years ago that his dad is not his dad and his mum pretty much disowned him, but only confronted them when we split, was that me thinking that or using that as an excuse for his behavior? Sorry if that doesn't make sense. Guys, it doesn't matter what the fuck's going on with them. If you decide that it's going to affect your relationship, it will. They can have had the most abusive childhood ever, but if you decide that's going to affect you and it's the reason he's not going to choose you and he can't be committed and in a committed relationship, he won't choose you because you've decided that's the reason. But all that is, Rianne, is your mind trying to find a reason why, yet again, you won't get the love you need, you won't be chosen, you won't be the one, you won't be in a committed relationship. It's just you finding a reason. Another girl could meet him tomorrow, hear the sob story and be like, oh, great. Anyway, so, and not give a shit about that story. You've decided that story means something to you. I've had so many successes, including getting SP back multiple times. However, he's moved overseas. I'd like commitment instead of just getting him back. What could I visualize firm? Imagine you're fully committed. Imagine you keep them and they stay this time. He's a keeper. He can't be without me. Just because he's overseas doesn't make any difference. The distance makes a heart grow fonder. He thinks of me every day, calls me every day. We FaceTime every day. We masturbate over FaceTime every day. Whatever it is you would do to imply you're in a fully committed relationship despite the distance. Mhm. What a beautiful analogy. You've honestly made me reassess myself and know that I am the bloody power. Oh, good, Georgia. I understand so much about self-concept now. I was watching Love Island and the girls had insecurities. Their man were cheating, and in Casa, the girls who were competent didn't. I think those shows like The Bachelor, Maths, all that is so telling. If you watch people's self-concept in those shows, you can always tell the girls who are going to keep the guy and the girls who aren't. Like on The Bachelor or something, and I've only seen a few bits of The Bachelor, but I remember my old best friend said to me one time, you can see the girl who doesn't give a crap about him and isn't trying to impress him is the girl he wants. Because she's like, you'll come to me. I'm not going to fight over you. And then the guy's like, hi. And all the other girls like, and then like someone like Martha in Maps was just like, Michael loves me. My husband loves me. And they're still together in the Australian Maps, right? And she's so fucking confident. Like I was watching The Apprentice, she was on the other night, and she's like, well, I'm still here with all you, but I can't be that fucking dumb. Like she's so fucking uber confident to a point of like crazy. And their relationship was one of the few relationships in that whole show that's lasted. Yes, since I changed my self-concept, he's shown up as devoted and tells me he loves me every day now. I guess is why I asked about realities, because it's great and so good to be too good to be true. And so good to be true. Don't say it's so good to be true. It's not too good to be true. It is true. You did that. And it doesn't matter what he's doing in his reality, he's in yours loving you. Okay. You really are a breath of fresh air. I would trust you with my life. Oh, Stacey. What a thing to say. Thank you. Hi, Tara, darling. I know you're right, but just angry and depressed. I tried to stay away because others seem to get it and it messes with me. Marie, fuck me. When I meet you, I'm going to give you a big slap. How to get rid of the people pleasing and overgiving patterns you talked about earlier. Well, start saying I am enough just as I am, and people love me just as I am, and I don't need to do anything to make anyone love me. They just love being around me as I am. I don't need to give to them, do for them, give them advice, mother them, be anything but me. I am me, and I'm fucking fabulous as I am, etc. Mm-hmm. Hey, Loz, you've changed my life for the better. Oh, thank you, darling. Okay, you got that one about the baby? Hi, Loz. So I've been working on self-concept. I'm sure SP wants to conform somewhere in her head. The challenge here is that someone else is doing everything I've been affirming. All right, so it's working. So you've just got some old story about SP. So someone else is already doing it. You know it's working. So just now get it to work on SP by getting rid of the old story about them. Mm-hmm. Straight to the point. Okay, got it. Loz, if in my reality when I was growing up, 21 years old, I never thought my parents would split up and I wasn't living there at the time, is any of that my fault? No, darling. Your parents didn't get along, they split up. Stop. What do you mean fault? This isn't about fault, guys. Stop blaming yourselves for things. This is about accepting you're the only cause of how you see things, how things show up. So maybe you had a story that your parents never got along, if you want to look at it that way. But I don't feel a connection and felt with SP with the new person. I figure it would be fun. The new person pulled absolute all stops out yesterday for New York birthday and had a great day. Oh, look, guys, look, give them a chance. I had to give my old SP a real chance at first. It took me a good 2 months to really, 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 really fall for them. And I had to really give him a chance because he was hella shy. He didn't talk much. And I just, if it had been 5 years earlier, 10 years earlier, I wouldn't have even gone out with him. Right? Give him a chance. It honestly amazes me how easily our mind goes straight to negativity. It's just trying to protect you guys. It's a bitch. You've helped me heal and grow so much. Oh, wonderful, very mate. But I want this person to be SP so bad. Well, then decide that you're SP and decide they've got all the qualities, just like I did with my old SP. I decided he was talkative, funny, cute, sexy. He went to the gym. He turned into a fucking Greek god by the end of it. He wouldn't shut up. Okay. Does everyone's life keep freezing? Or is just stupid temperature in the UK affecting the Wi-Fi? Oh, no, Victoria. I told my friend about the revision and the other night with the text. She told me she thinks SP has narc traits. And, of course, I had those thoughts after he told me things from his old relationship. Just forget what your friend said, darling. It's just your thoughts. Ignore the typos and Mr. Spaces. The YouTube word limit is such pain. I know, guys. Hello, Loz. I want to thank you so much for all you do. You're amazing. Don't ever forget. I'm manifesting business success, a certain amount of money per month, but I find myself unmotivated to take the action, do the work to get there. What should I change each morning to get me there? Thank you, Alex. Sorry. Listen, that's a whole lot of I'm not good enough. What's the point of even doing this? Because I'm going to fuck it up anyway. What's the point of even starting? Because this won't be a success. I fail at everything I do. Or it can be I'm too afraid for this to go well. If it goes well, everyone's going to see me. Everyone's going to judge me. What are people going to think of this? It's either fear of success and being seen or fearing like you're never going to do it properly and you've got a fear of failure, so you don't even bother. It's a whole lot of you're not good enough for something, either success or you just think you're not good enough for anything. It's a whole lot of I'm not good enough. So use my I'm good enough sleep tape. Okay, start using the affirmations in that. Start seeing your business booming. Start saying you're so motivated every day because you feel like you're the new you who's motivated and knows they're enough and can succeed and knows they can and isn't afraid and can do anything they put their mind to because they're enough. It's the not enough stuff. Think about your childhood. Did someone make you feel not enough, make you feel like you're going to fail, push you too much? You're a perfectionist. You're made to feel like you didn't do things right all the time. What happened in childhood to make you think that you can't even do anything right now or to not bother now? In theory, if you were to visualize a scene you want effectively enough once only, no opposing beliefs, etc., does that mean it will manifest? I've manifested things that quick. I've thought a thought, like just a fleeting thought about someone like, wow, they seem really angry about life. And the next minute, they've blocked me or something. And I'm like, the fuck? And I had a fleeting thought. Hello there. Oh, hi. Thank you for your energy. If other people are not accepting of the relationship, is that self-concept? We just affirm that everyone accepts us. Affirm that everyone accepts you, but also it might be that you think people don't agree with you, people aren't on your side, people don't treat you well, people don't want what you want, you never get what you want. Sorry for upsetting you. Enjoy your day. You haven't upset me, Marie. God damn it. Marie, you're not upsetting me. But I am annoyed at you because you come in here and you put yourself down. I'm telling you off because you're so much like me. Don't come in here and apologize to me and say enjoy your day and then chuck the shits. Marie, I'm not annoyed at you, darling. I just want the best for you and I want you to come in here. I'm not complaining about yourself one day. Why is that? Why can't I see any more questions? All right, guys, I'm going to go because I can't see a single solitary question popping up. Not one. Marie, I just want the best for you, darling, and I see myself in you. That's why I'm so hard on you. Instead of taking it the wrong way, listen to me. Can I change my feelings? I was diagnosed with BPD and they want to assess me for autism, but I'm not sticking to those. Can I feel less on an emotional roller coaster somehow? I'm not on an emotional roller coaster. My emotions are so steady all the time. I am so emotionally stable. My emotions do not run me. My mind does not run me. I am in full control of the feelings I feel and I'm in control of my mind. And it doesn't matter what any doctor tells me, I'm in control of my mind now and I take the wheel. I take control. My mind only thinks what I want to think. Say those things. And then forget what the fuck the doctors told you. Okay? Guys, what should we call this? Um, Putting yourself down. Marie, I'm talking to you. Not prioritized, not priority with SP and bad thoughts or something. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'll call it something. It'll be a red thumbnail, guys, with white writing. Affirmations and motivation for business success. We'll say, I'm so motivated. I jump out of bed every day, but you've got to work on the good enough stuff, darling. That's why you're doing that. You can say you're motivated all you like, but if you don't feel good enough to be motivated, then you won't be motivated, will you? Narcissistic SPs. Stop calling them that. I start writing questions as I'm typing, then I realize I keep saying things I'm trying to change. Yes. I keep accidentally manifesting instances where I feel left out. Do you have any tips on manifesting this? I'm never left out. I'm everyone's favorite person. I'm always chosen. I know you say don't go no contact, but I don't feel good chasing him. He leaves me undelivered or on red. Guys, I don't tell you to chase them either. I don't tell you to do anything in the 3D to push the situation, including chasing. You can go no contact all you like, darling, but you've got to work on the issue that's causing you to feel like you have to pursue them, chase them, and chase them down and hold on to them in the first place. No amount of no contact is going to change that because it's your shitty thinking about yourself being not good enough, putting them on a pedestal, pursuing them, chasing them, thinking they're going to leave you, thinking they're going to reject you, thinking you have to hold this relationship together. That's the problem. You can go no contact all you like, darling, but you're the fucking problem. Have you listened to any of my videos before? Because going no contact won't solve any of that. The issue is your thoughts about yourself, needing to pursue, needing to hold on to them. Where are you getting that from? Do you feel like they're going to leave you or reject you? Well, then you're chasing them. Why are you chasing them? Why are you putting them on a pedestal bigger than you and better than you and you being the one who has to pursue? Why are you sitting back like a queen on the throne, allowing them to come to you? I know, because of your self-concept. So going no contact won't make any difference to that. Childhood issues, yes, we'd call it that. Yeah, childhood issues. All right, guys, please do follow me if you don't follow me already. I mean, subscribe if you don't subscribe already. I'll be live here tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST, US time, and you can watch this back later. All right, guys, and thanks for the super chats. And Marie, if you're still here, I'm not annoyed at you. Just get your shit together, please. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye. See you guys.